GM. It is March 4th, 2025. Let's take a look at the Bitcoin markets today. Cryptocurrency. What a reversal we had yesterday, isn't it? All of Sunday's big move was completely reversed, and now we are below where the move started from. Our ribbon is still bearish. Our bands are bullish, but looking to start flipping neutral. And our market structure is also bearish, held down by our red trend line right here. Everything that I said yesterday about Bitcoin holding up back in the range that we were in for a couple months there has just been invalidated as we fell back below it and with some strength. Now, the line in the sand here we need to reclaim is the 200 period moving average, as well as, if you go to the weekly chart here, 50 period moving average that has held as support for this entire bull run. So we shall see. Now, it does make sense that this lower wick gets tested as they tend to. This wick here gets filled in. This wick here comes down and gets retested, even though it's a month later. So this one here does make sense that it gets retested. Also, looking at the monthly chart, if you take a look here, it's hard to see back in the past year. The monthly chart after the weekend's action was straight up only with no lower wick. Now, that very, very rarely happens. Look at all these candles. They all have a lower wick. We have one here that doesn't. But all these candles all have lower wicks. On this shortened chart, because of the Bitcoin chart that I use, it doesn't go back the whole way. But it's very rare that the monthly chart doesn't have a lower wick. So the chances of this month not having a lower wick were quite slim. So I guess this gives us our lower wick because our monthly open was right here, just above our break of structure level. So as of now, if we have a reversal, at least we'll get a lower wick. But I'm not saying we will. All I'm saying is it makes sense that we would revisit these areas down here. Let's take a look at the 4-hour chart. You can see here's our run up. Nice inefficient move and a run right back down again. Now, I've said that these odd colored impulsive candles often get refilled. This one here took a bit, but it got refilled. This one here got refilled. This one here got refilled. This one here got refilled right away, this big green one. 4-hour market structure is still bullish on Bitcoin until we have a 4-hour close below the 79,184 level. Our bands are bearish. Our ribbon is bearish and wide. So on the 4-hour, we're bearish neutral. On the daily, we are, I didn't even go over that. On the daily, we are bearish neutral as well because of the ribbon. So Bitcoin needs to find a higher low up in here as we had a high, a low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, higher high. So next needs to form a higher low, or else the structure and that reclaim of the 4-hour structure would have been a fake out. So let's take a look at Ethereum here. Ethereum faring worse than Bitcoin. Daily market structure is bearish. Bands are bearish. Ribbon is bearish. Ethereum is bearish on all time frames. It is losing the 2140 important level. We can see has had reactions here since 2023, about a year and a bit ago. Came up, tagged the bottom of our most recent low and tried to hit it from underneath and reject it again. Ethereum is weaker than Bitcoin is. Going down to the 4-hour, you can see here how we set some new 4-hour closes below our 2105 level. 4-hour is bearish structure, bearish bands, bearish ribbon. 4-hour structure is also bearish on all accounts here for Ethereum. Ethereum is pretty much waiting to see if Bitcoin can find a bottom. So Ethereum versus Bitcoin, it's nothing but bearish. Bearish on all time frames on the daily, bearish on all time frames on the weekly. Still not a time to own Ethereum. Solana tried to reclaim its double trend line resistance here above us, where we had a couple interesting areas, but could not, rejected right away. Solana's bands are bearish. Solana's market structure is bearish, and the ribbon is neutral. So still leaning to bearish here on Solana. Now, Solana had a big unlock on March 1st, and what a good place for any of the big boys to get out on that pump, which very well may be what they did. 4-hour market structure here on Solana is, that needs to be down there. 4-hour market structure is bearish. The bands have flipped back to bearish. The ribbon is also bearish and wide. So we are bearish on Solana's 4-hour chart as well. Now, we do need to form a higher low here if this is to make any chance of having a bounce. However, if you look at the structure here, we had a low, at a high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, higher high, higher low, higher high, which did close above this level right here. So that did confirm that, but now that we have broken this low right in here, that does set the market structure back bearish again, which is what I said when I first started talking about Solana here about 30 seconds ago. So there is a lot of work to do here for Solana. It's not in the greatest of shape. Solana versus Bitcoin, rejected back off the bottom of this channel. Tried to reclaim back into it. Couldn't. Hold it back down. Our market structure here on Solana is bullish, actually, as there's our daily market structure levels right there. Right below, this is for Solana versus Bitcoin. But as I look at a multitude of things to determine bull versus bear, this is bearish bands, bearish ribbon. Can't reclaim the bottom of this channel. Structure is bullish, needs to confirm bullish for us to really confirm it as bullish. As of right now, it very well could be just a fake out. So Solana versus Bitcoin is also looking bearish. Here it is on the weekly, just to give you an idea. The structure on the weekly is bearish, and we are trying to confirm that if we close below this level I have marked right here. So the bulls need to step it up over the next couple days. The levels below, as I said, is the 200 period weekly moving average down in here, just underneath this wick. I was kind of hoping for our consolidation here. That did not happen. So now our consolidation would have to be down here for the bulls. a wick below here, tagging the 50 period weekly moving average, can still be bullish. But this is looking like we're getting to the very, very final line in the sand here for the bulls to take control. If we do not hold over last year's consolidation, that's it. The bull market's over. That is quite a ways away, but just looking at all scenarios that can happen for the bulls, we have to get back into this area here and reclaim this downtrend line. GM.